can't convince them. You need to speak with emotion. So whatever words get you charged up and feeling, spending your time on the wrong skill. Just go to my channel. Whoa, what just happened? What the? Okay, I am now a black and white cartoon man. This is the best. I don't know what I did. I tried to bring somebody in, and then I went cartoon black and white. Okay, so I wanted to bring in School of Rockstars. She's coming to the Cleveland event. You guys see me as a black and white cartoon, right? Or is it just me? I don't know. Anyway, I'm a cartoon. Yeah, I am. I'm a legit cartoon right now. Hey, how are you?
I'm good. I'm excited to meet you
You're
on
coming. It's
April
official.
9th.
School of Rockstars coming to Cleveland.
Yes. Yes, I'm excited to meet you and Nina.
How about Danny? Danny's not getting any love.
Yes.
Danny.
Danny,
No love
Mark,
there.
and I knew that Carlos and Posh Nations, they are also coming to that event.
It's the last one. It's the last one on the tour.
Yes. And I used my savings amount to come to this event. I saved around $1,000. But this is my last chance. This will be my last chance to meet you. So because I can't come to Canada because I'm on a student visa. So for that I need a visa for that. And I don't know about whether I'll stay in the United States next year or not. So I want to use this last chance and meet my mentor.
We're gonna make it happen.
Me to.
Lily, you should tell Lily to come down to Cleveland too. Lily, you should come to Cleveland. April 9th.
Yes.
Let's make it happen. It's gonna be a big party. Mark Drager's coming. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. So I'm excited. When you got the ticket, I was excited. Although I can't share your story for whatever reason. You tagged me, but I wasn't able to share it.
But I was I thought so much for that. Should I spend this amount on this, or should I do content, create content, so that even though it makes Evan happy, but inner self saying that you should go and meet your mentor. That helped you.
All right. Oh, Lily's coming too. She's gonna surprise us. All right. I like it. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be very happy, but also sad because it's the last one. So, yeah, I'm excited. So, Cleveland, here we come. Let's make it happen.
And I have a question. I'm creating content on YouTube, very active, but sometimes I'm feeling like I need support from my family, or I need a member who thinks like me, or a similar kind of mindset.
Okay. But you're not getting it from your family?
Yeah, I'm getting support, not what I really want.
Okay.
Because one of my brother is he is interested in entrepreneurship, but he's not taking action towards it. So I don't know how to not convince him, or I want to be a part of this, or I want to make him create content or work on creating content. So
wait,
he's interested in.
Do you want your family support to help you, or you want to be able to better mentor your brother?
Both, both.
Okay, so here's the thing. What happens if your family never supports you or mentors you for this?
They are supporting me yeah, you're doing great. So I have that support, but I don't have a person who is physically, or who is helping me, or who is helping me in creating content, or that, or because I want to. One of my brother, he's very interested in entrepreneurship, but my main intention is to bring him on YouTube or Instagram or podcast. I asked him so many times, but he's not so I don't know how to make that happen.
But is it even a thing for him? Is it for him, or is it for you?
For him, not for me.
Okay, so then you meet him with compassion where he's at. Maybe he never does it. Maybe he wants to do something else. Like forcing him, keeping on asking and asking and asking and asking might do the opposite, might push him away.
Mm-hmm.
So it's if he feels like you're on his side, it's a different story compared to, oh, here's my sister, and I have to hear from her again, and she's going to push me, and I'm going to say no, and now you're against him. Even though everything you want to do is for him, right? It's love. Mm-hmm. But it's easy to be seen as you're not on his side.
The thing is, like, I did live with him, like, recently, 2 weeks back. We discussed about politics, like, because on April 11th, we are going to have elections in my state in India. So we discussed on that, and he has that, like, a good knowledge about politics or any other fields, or like he's into he did masters in food technology, so he's very much into food side, so he's very interested in agriculture or organic farming kind of.
Okay, so it's helping him with the things that he cares about and is interested in, and maybe that leads to YouTube. Okay. Maybe that leads to something else. When he's passionate about it and you show an interest in what he's passionate about, he's much more likely to follow through on it.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't force him to do something he doesn't want to do, or maybe he's not ready for.
And like a couple of my members in my family, they're not like they are kind of free, but I want them to be like creating content, or like I want them to be in my team, like helping me or something like that. So how can I convince them?
You can't. But also, if they say no, you need to release them of it and move on without them.
Okay.
Right? Like if Nina's involved in my vlogs and in some of the content, but if she didn't want to be, like my parents aren't in any of my videos because they're private people. They don't want to be in the videos. So if I go over to their house, I don't film anything. That's what they want, and I tell very few stories about my parents. I mean, I love my parents; they're my heroes, but because they're private, I need to respect that, and I don't try to move them from that line. Like, this is what they want, I'll move on without it. Like, if they want to help, it's great, and you can ask for help for things. But if they consistently don't want to do it, you're just going to tear apart your relationship.
Okay.
But why do you feel like you need their help?
Not their help, but I need, sometimes I feel like I need a person with similar kind of mindset. So sometimes I really feel that.
They don't have that mindset.
Yes, but like one of my brother has it, like so that's why I'm like, why don't I bring him like creating content or something like that? Because like if I ask so many times, I'm feeling like disappointed. I'm disappointing myself.
Yeah, but why can't you release them of that expectation?
Okay.
No, why? Why can't you release them? Like, why keep coming back and disappointing, feeling like you're disappointing yourself and they're disappointing you? Like, why can't you release some of that? Why do you need them?
I don't need them, but I want my brother to start creating content. That's like my big aim.
Great, but you don't need them to create content.
Okay.
You don't. You got you. I've seen your content. Like, you film, take out your phone, you're walking down the streets in Texas, and you're filming.
Yes.
Like, I'm making content even though I have this thing on. You know, I'm going. This is the greatest lesson of all time for you, is to recognize that you're strong enough. You're capable enough.
Mm-hmm.
It's great that it doesn't mean you have to push them aside and say, I don't need you. I hate you. I'm going to go off and show you. It's not about that. But if they don't want to support, at least in the way that you want, it's not that they say that you suck, but they don't want to do the thing that you want them to do and be involved in your content. Great. Teach yourself that you don't need them for that, and release some of the expectation so that you can still have a great relationship.
Yeah, okay. Like
spend your time learning how to make better content and showing yourself what you're made of more than trying to convince them to join you in on the business.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, that's like running so much. I'm thinking so much, and with that thinking, I'm like spoiling my health.
Yeah, and theirs too, and your relationship.
Yes, exactly.
But why do you care so much? Like, why do you feel like you need them to be successful in your business? Why do you need to have that person? Where does it come from?
Not in my business especially, but I want them to, because the mindset in United States and the mindset the people in India, it's like quite different. So that's why I want to start with like gaining that mindset for them. So I send them books, but they are not interested in reading books. So, and also I asked so many times to write down what are your goals or something like that, but they are not.
If somebody's not ready to change, they're not ready to change. And you pushing hard and trying to convince them is not going to help. It's understanding where they're coming from. And if you push so hard, you could lose their respect, and they don't want to talk to you about anything, because every time you meet them, you're just pushing personal development on them.
Yes, I did like mostly with one person. So she is like, no, I can't like speak with you or something like that.
Yeah. So, but we don't want that to happen with your family.
Yes.
But you don't need them to be on their path for you to be on yours. Like, you can go off and be amazing and build your business without them ever touching personal development.
Okay.
You don't need them. Like, they don't need to be with you on the journey. They can support you and love you, and you can still have a great relationship, but they don't need to be with you on your journey for you to go off and do well for yourself.
Yeah, thank you. Like I'm spending so much time on Instagram. Like when I see my stats, like activity on Instagram, it was almost like 1 hour daily, and yesterday it was like 3 hours.
Okay, but what are you doing with that time?
I'll just open that app for sending any message or something like that, but I'll forgot that thing, and I'll like I'll scroll through stories or a feed.
Okay, so now it's switching up that time that you're spending less time consuming and more time creating. I spend a good chunk of time on Instagram. I don't keep track of how many minutes or hours, but I'm consuming nothing. Like I barely look at what other people are posting. I spend the time creating content or going live like this, creating content, or responding to people's comments, which is still creating content.
Yeah, engagement.
So start to move from consuming to creating. But it starts with the mindset of, I can do this. Like me, by myself, you, by yourself, you can do this. You don't need anybody else's support. You're going to find a way.
Yes, thank you.
Release them of the expectation that there's
really, exactly.
That they have to be on this journey with you. They don't. You don't need them. You're going to win without them. Because you expect them, as long as you feel like you're not going to win without them, and you put that, it's an unfair burden to put on the people in your life. They don't want to do that thing. It's okay. Great. You go off now and find your path, and you can crush it.
Yes, I'm crushing it. And I reached like almost 2,300 followers on YouTube.
Great. Keep going. If you release your family, release some of the expectation, it lifts a weight. Like you're carrying this big weight on your shoulder of, I need these people to be with me. I need them to grow and learn. And if like they have to be joining me on my journey, release it. Be free. And with that weight lifted, you can create more amazing things.
Yes. And one more thing, like when creating content or when making videos, like what are the like what are the words we should not use? Like should I use like should I escape using should? What are the use like words? I can
I
say
don't think it
you or
matters. It doesn't matter. The specific words
okay.
don't matter. It's the emotion behind it that makes a difference. Make sure you're feeling the
Okay.
words. That's what matters. There's lots of ways to do it, right?
Okay.
Like Gary Vee will swear a lot, right? Oprah doesn't swear at all. Eric Thomas is going to yell at you. And Wayne Dyer is going to hug you. You know, like there's lots of different ways to do it. There's no one specific word, but it's got to be you. You need to speak with emotion. So whatever words get you charged up and feeling the message is important, those are the words to use and to share.
Okay. Yes. And also, like recently, I started Telugu YouTube channel in my native language, and so there I don't do much editing. I'll just record videos and I'll post it.
Okay. Great. I would do
So
that. I would do
there,
that on both. Like do it on English and don't worry so much about the editing. You being a thought
okay.
leader, taking what's out of your head and putting it out into video is going to be the thing that will attract people more than how fancy your editing is.
Okay. Because sometimes when we check like others' videos, we feel like I need to do that. I need to edit my video less than 10 minutes or like we feel that.
Of course. Listen, and I still do too.
Yes.
There's always a strive to
Yes.
get better. But the most important thing is whatever you have amazing talent at, which is not going to be editing. So you spending all this time editing is actually slowing down your growth because you're not spending time on the thing that you actually want to be great at, which is speaking. So you spending 2 hours editing something is 2 hours not being spent on speaking. You're hurting yourself because you don't want to be the world's greatest editor.
Yes.
So minimal, very
I want to be that thought leader.
Yeah, instead of spending 10 minutes, like if you spend, how much time do you spend recording a video, a typical video?
In Telugu, it's like a take on. I can record it on one take.
No, but in English.
In English, I'll take first I'll prepare in my mind. Like I'll take
Okay, but how long? How many
30
minutes?
or
How long?
30 minutes.
30 minutes. And then how long to edit it?
Edit it. If it is a long interview, I'll take like 1 or 2 hours.
That's the problem. To spend 30 minutes doing the video and then 2 hours editing it, you're spending your time on the wrong skill. You spend 4 times as much time on the skill you don't care about compared to the one that you do.
Yes.
You should spend 2 hours doing the video.
Practice.
Yeah, over and over and over and over again, because that's the skill you want to get great at. And then 5 minutes editing. So that you can learn to give a 20-minute video, 10-minute video, however long you're recording, without making mistakes. Because that's a skill that you'll use for life.
Yes.
You're training the wrong
Thank
skill.
you.
You're spending more time on the skill that you don't care about because you're trying to look fancy.
Yeah.
But what you need to spend time is learning how to be a better speaker. Because if you're a better speaker, it won't matter about your editing because it's going to be so good that people will want to watch it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, do you recommend like posting 3 videos a day or like 1 video a day because you changed recently?
Whatever you can put out. Like the quantity will lead to the quality. You have to get, the point is getting better. Not worrying about the algorithm and how many videos to put out. It's you getting better. You need to work on you as a speaker getting better. That's it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Cool. All right. Looking forward to seeing you in Cleveland.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Much love.
Much love. Believe.
Believe there. There it is. I love it. Cool. All right. 5 minutes editing. Yeah. Yes. GG Alien. 5 minutes editing. If your goal is to be a thought leader and you're spending half an hour making a video and 2 hours editing, you will lose. You will never get good enough as a speaker. You're training the wrong skill. 5 minutes editing or 0, or just learn how to make a 10-minute video that is straight fire, doesn't need any editing, because they're coming to you for your ideas, not for your fantastic editing skills. 5 minutes editing, yes, hard cap it. Stop spending time on the wrong things. GG Alien. I love that, makes so much sense. Editing is a beast. You're right, Evan. The message is more important. Depending on what you want to do. Right now, if GG Alien wants to be the world's greatest editor, then great. That's all you spend your time on. Editors need to have great edited videos. Speakers, you don't. You're spending time on the wrong thing. Now, as you grow and you start making money, then you hire editors. I have 3 editors on my team. I respect the editing. It helps me grow, but the editors can't save me if I suck. So the most important thing is to invest in myself, right? Invest in yourself. Be a better speaker. What else? So raw. Thank you for the love. It's frustrating because people are constantly focusing on the wrong skills. Like, you only have so much time. I look at her, like, you might already have a job, you might have other things, you have all these responsibilities. You only have so much time to spend on your business that if you're spending most of it on the wrong thing, you'll never get good enough at the thing that you want to be good at, right? If 75% of your time is spent on things that you're not good at and have no ambition to be good at, and you're only spending 25% of your time on the thing that you want to be great at, compound that with already having a job and other things, you're just never going to get great at the thing because you're not spending enough time on it. Mark, what's up with that crazy filter? I don't know, Mark. I have no idea what happened. I tried to bring somebody in, and then I turned into a black and white ghost man. But
maybe it's the whatever.
I don't know. Whatever. I like it. We'll go for it. It's down. It matches my neck brace for the day. Let's just not do this tomorrow, Mark. When we get our IG live going. Do you think you can do lots of different things at once? Not well. So it depends on what you want to do. You can't like multitasking. You can't do it well. So do you want to have Michael Jordan level talent at something? Great, go all in on that thing. How many videos or podcast episodes should I be creating every day? The quantity leads to the quality. Like, if you can get 1 out a day, that'd be amazing. Not just for the algorithm, but because you need to learn how to get better. The more you do, the better you get. If you only practice something, if you're making 1 podcast a week, you're never going to be a good podcaster. It's just not enough time. You're not putting enough reps. The people who you're going up against are great at the thing. So if you go to the gym once a week, you're never going to get super strong. If you want it to be a hobby, great. It's a hobby. Amazing. I love it. But if you want it to be a business and you want to be one of the best in the world at it, once a week at anything is not enough. Milwaukee.
There's a difference. I want to do it and I want to be a rock star, right? Like, and that's where you influence people. Like, you know, like, I want to do it, but I also want to be the most popular. And so then that person's like, oh, I want to be him, so I guess I'll be nice. Like, I want to literally take people who have DNA that's kind of nice and make them more nice.